Oh, you're here. Hello, my beautiful fellows. I'm the one time in and welcome to my channel. So you're probably wondering why I'm like this. Well, today is a special day of mine. Today is my birthday. And boy, what a spectacular birthday has it been. See, with everything going on with the world, I can't do nothing today. No parties, no cake, no balloons, not even presents. I can't even see my family and friends. Not alone that they care, because not one of them wished me a happy birthday. No one said, "Hey, Ty, happy birthday. Sorry I can't make it this year due to whatever's going on. But hey, I hope you have a great time." Well, thanks, Henry. I appreciate it. It's like the whole entire world just gave me a one big f*** you all the way from space. Well, it's not my fault I was born in Aries. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being stressed about what's going on around me. Well, at times like these, I like to take a look at something nostalgic for me to calm down. I will take a look at something Winnie the Pooh related.
Let's be honest, we all love Winnie the Pooh. He usually represents the joy and happiness that we had when we were kids. And even though we usually grow out of him, myself included, there's always that magic spark inside us that makes us draw back to him. The characters are memorable, the songs are catchy, the stories are charming. What's more that can be said about it?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, let me explain. Back in the early 80s, the newly formed Disney Channel has just been created. And even though it showed a lot of Disney movies and shorts during the time, it still lacked a lot of original programming to stand out. But soon, two shows happened to be created for the channel. One of them happened to be Dumbo's Circus, and the other is the topic of today, Welcome to Pooh Corner. Now, even though Pooh is known for many shows and cartoons, this so happens to be the first. The show was a live-action puppet series where one person will wear the puppet suit, while the voice actors will talk and control the eyes and mouths. The show was about the adventures of Pooh and the stuffed animal friends, you know, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, you know the works, living in the 100-acre wood, which is being read by, well, the narrator. We can actually see his face in this one.
Like any other Winnie the Pooh incarnation, except for this one is heavily targeted with edumacation, with each story having a lesson at the end and Pooh being more surprisingly smarter than usual. And nothing drives that edutainment harder than a bee sting in the eye than Too Smart for Strangers with Winnie the Pooh. This was a 41-minute special about Pooh and his friends teaching the kids at home about the importance of stranger danger. To this day, I still don't know why they use Winnie the Pooh for this. I mean, yeah, he is targeted for little kids, and some stories do have morals to teach, but Winnie the Pooh never go as far as talking about this type of level. But when I was little, I did have a DVR, and my mom did rent this out for me at the public library, and I did remember me liking it and retaining a lot of information, so it probably did something right? Well, either way, I keep my expectations really low. Let's have a happy birthday to me with Too Smart for Strangers, Winnie the Pooh. Let's crack a code one, boys, because this is gonna be a ride.
Okay, the opening plays and we get to see the main star himself. Oh my gosh!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Now hold on, this doesn't even make any sense considering I already showed some clips for the review. Alright, I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. This puppetry is horrible. All the characters in the special either look like they saw their mom take a number triple-decker Supreme in their toilet, or you know, just straight up possessed. Look at this, man, just look at this. And I know what you're about to say. Oh, this came out in 1983, so the technology for this type of puppetry wasn't advanced yet. Well, this is where I have to disagree, because Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock came out 4 months before this show, and they were able to use the same form of puppetry for the Gorgs, and they look better than this filth. Not to mention that this was Disney. Even back in the 80s, they were making a lot of money. There was absolutely no excuse for the show looking like this. It really baffles me that they took a character that's supposed to represent a cute stuffed animal and make him look ugly than rancid disease-ridden onion. And the song, man. While it does sound really nice, it makes no sense in context of the film. Aren't most Winnie the Pooh openings usually ease you into the world and characters you interact with? Like in the original opening for the animated series. But here, it just tells you the title of the film over and over again, even though we just saw the title of it!
Hello, my name is Winnie the Pooh, as you probably already know. Since we've been friends so long, you see, I know you and you know me.
Pooh, I haven't seen this film in 12 years.
I know it's a lot taken so far. I really understand, especially since we're a minute and a half in. But it's really important how a movie starts and ends. Because like I said earlier, I haven't seen this thing in the past 12 years. And so far, none is convincing me to continue on.
What is a stranger, you ask? Well, let's see. Think.
Didn't you already told us what a stranger is in your song earlier?
But a stranger is, oh bother, not like your mom or father. A stranger's someone you don't know, and you must be careful, so...
Yeah, you did. You truly freaking did. So why are you asking us questions if you already know the answer to it, Winifred? As Pooh continues to walk, we then see Pig. Oh god!
No. I'm going to open my eyes. And when I do, I expect Piglet to look cute. If not, I'm going to blow your brains out. Oh gosh. Right then, I guess tonight's the night where bitches die.
Okay, if I keep talking how ugly the puppetry is, I'm gonna lose my mind, and we're gonna be here forever. Let's continue. So after we see Piglet, he and Pooh continue to walk down the path and talk about what a stranger is. And to give credit where it's due, the special effect does actually do a good job informing the viewer what a stranger is. Yeah, I'm quite surprised to be honest. And the movie doesn't talk down to the viewer or sugarcoat anything. They tell you what they are and how to avoid them. And I have to admit, this was a really great quote.
Be suspicious of all strangers. That means think before you trust anybody. Just because he's friendly doesn't mean he's a friend.
Pooh then takes Piglet to his house so that he can talk about what a stranger is and help him feel safe about it. Yeah, that sounds nice coming from a bear who lives in the woods. They go over the basics of stranger danger, such as saying no, running away, telling your parent, all that jazz. And then we sing another song? Now the instrumentals and the lyrics aren't that bad, they're really well worked and thought out. But the singing, however, ruins the whole entire song. Seriously, just listen to this and see if it doesn't want to make you pull your eyes out.
Say no, run away and tell.
3 things to remember and understand them well. Say no, run away, find a grown-up friend to tell.
And not to mention the choreography, or lack of it. It's just the characters skipping around at the same set with their arms flapping around in front of the camera. Look at Yo Gabba Gabba. Even though it was shitty made, even that has better music, dancing, and character within each episode. Which is saying something considering the characters' mouths don't move.
Gee, it sure can be scary going out in the big world.
Oh, but it doesn't have to be scary. You know, our friend Tigger likes to go a lot of different places. And he knows how to be too smart for strangers, Piglet.
Oh hey, we get to see Tigger. Now surely they can't possibly screw this up. I mean, it's Tigger. There's no way. I mean, come on, let's see how it is. Come on.
Take it away, Tigger!
Howdy-roo, kid.
Oh no. I want to cry. This is how they introduced Tigger? This is just laughable. Like seriously, this is how it went.
And if you think Tigger's bad, just wait until you see Roo.
Hi, little Palaroo.
Hi, Big Palorino.
Stop. Okay, too smart for strangers. I get it. You want to make Pooh and friends look like cute stuffed animals and take place to a book. I get that. I understand. Nice idea. But this is just too much now.
Every little thing you've done in this special keeps piling up more and more until the garbage man can't take any more trash for his truck.
And my gosh, the voice acting. Roo sounds like a 30-year-old woman. Piglet sounds like he smoked 30 packs of L&Ms and inhaled helium. Tigger sounds like a drunk uncle. And Pooh sounds like my grandpa. I'm sorry if I keep saying how bad this looks and sounds, but can you blame me? I mean, what if kids or fans of the series saw this? Don't you feel like you've been betrayed or swindled or anything like that?
Soon after, the special takes more of a formulaic structure, to say the least. For each segment, Pooh and Piglet gives new advice to how to avoid stranger danger, and then introduce one of the characters, such as Tigger, Eeyore, Rabbit, who's doing his magician gimmick and keeps teleporting everywhere. Did I miss something? Anyways, with those said characters, they describe more detail about protecting yourself, like never go through alleyways, don't take candy from people, and even some tips to help you if you're ever home alone. The characters then show a live action segment of kids being in those scenarios, and doing the said tricks of protecting themselves, and then finally ending the segment off with a song about said moral lesson.
Sounds redundant, doesn't it? Well, it is.
I swear, the special really drags out way too long, and it just becomes flat out boring to watch. Especially Owl's portion of the film. Not only was it the longest part of the special, but you have Owl just sitting here at his home telling us about the same taxes on what to do when you're home alone, over and over again for the past 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes of this disease-ridden cockachoo. And side note, who left these kids home alone? They look like they were between the ages of 4 to 6 years old. Some of them are even outside. Seriously, what is wrong with these parents? And my gosh, the live action segments. They're the main definition of boring, uninteresting filler here. I understand from wanting to show a real-world circumstance about interacting with strangers, but who cares? You already gave us a great and detailed description before you showed the B-roll, so why talk about it again? Who cares about these dumb old kids if I could be watching some dumb old furries? Ew, no, not those furries.
You know, for a special that's called Too Smart for Strangers with Winnie the Pooh, there's not that much poo in it. Can you just go back to him, please?
People you see every day might want to touch you, and sometimes that's dangerous.
No.
Well, there are certain private places on your body that nobody is supposed to touch except you.
No, no, no! Winnie the Pooh is talking about sexual harassment. That means in the world of Winnie the Pooh, Piglet has a meatlet!
How does Winnie the Pooh know about sexual harassment? Was he butt-fucking in the woods somewhere? Is that why he has stitches on his bottom? Well, I know one thing's for certain. I'm starting to suspect that sticky stuff around his mouth isn't honey. No, wait. It gets better. Not only does Pooh talks about being touched, my gosh, that's a real sentence, but he actually starts to sing about it.
Hey, no, stop that. It's not okay with me. No, don't do that. I have the right, you see. My body is my very own, that's how it's got to be. No, stop that, it's really not okay. No, don't do that, take your hands away.
But wait, it gets even better! Not only does Pooh sings about this, but we actually get live action footage of kids saying no to being touched by adults.
And if you think I'm gonna show you any footage of that, then you're on the wrong channel, pal!
When that part came up on video, I felt so uncomfortable that I had to turn it off. I'm not joking, here's a picture of how much I had left.
And so that was Too Smart for Strangers with Winnie the Pooh. So what I think of it? It's not that bad. I'm just kidding. Of course it freaking sucked!
If it wasn't for the gosh awful puppetry or the horrible voice acting, this is the most shovelware bootleg schlock I've ever seen. I'll give it credit for how informative it was on protecting yourself when it comes to strangers, but this movie was a chore to get through. The songs were annoying, the choreography was dull, the voices sound like impressions of impressions. Even I can do a better impression than that. And to top it all off, Winnie the Pooh mentioned pedophilia.
Nothing in this special fitted here. And look, I get it. Winnie the Pooh teaches a lot of morals to your audience, especially for little kids. But mainly because 1, they were actually good stories, and 2, they never went this far south and panderizing here.
He represents the calm childhood joy from having fun with your stuffed animals and friendship. It has a nice easygoing environment which makes people feel safe and happy. This special clearly misses the mark in more ways than one. It tried to be like Pooh Bear, but in actuality it feels more like a depressed imitation. This movie obviously gets an F. Do not watch this unless you want to have nightmares.
Well, some birthday this turned out to be. I just want to watch something that helps reminisce some parts of my childhood, but it actually turned out to be one solace product of the times. But maybe I should start being more positive. I mean, after all, it is my birthday. I should be happy, not just be moping around on this dumb couch. So tell you what, how about I go upstairs and play some good old classic Sonic games? Yeah, that'll usually help.
You did all of this for me? Aw, silly old bear. Well, I'm the one time man. Hope you had a great time watching this video. And always remember to wash your hands. I assume that's honey cake. Huh, I was right.
But it's really important how a movie starts and ends. Because like I said earlier, I haven't seen this thing since I was... Oh hey, we get to see Tigger. Now surely they can... So that was Too Fart. Hey kids, wanna see my 100-acre wood?